What does your brain think of when it hears the word support system? A recent anecdotal survey came up with a variety of responses, including nearby family to help with the grandchildren, a solid foundation for the new house, nothing I need, I prefer to go it alone, good underwear. I had to chuckle at that one. Maintenance contracts, a buddy or two who've got my back. That last one actually comes the closest to what the term support system has come to mean in today's world. Its first known use was around 1980. However, as pointed out by Eric Berger of Ars Technica, the term has now become part and parcel of corporate culture. He said, quote, about 1/3 of the challenge of reaching space is the rocket. 1/3 is regulatory, and 1/3 is the logistics, such as ground support systems, end quote. I thought about Berger's comment during a recent Q&A session. A young woman with a brain that appeared to need a bit more maturing asked if I really had any support systems, and if so, what were they like? I gave several examples. One is composed of just 2 or 3 travel companions. We only see each other on vacation trips, but look forward to those. Another involves some of the individuals with whom I work closely on a regular basis. I appreciate them both personally and professionally. Still another is composed of a few very carefully selected family of choice individuals whom I love dearly and would trust with my life. Then there are periodic support systems that help me be successful on speaking tours. Talk about inestimable. They involve transportation from the airport to my lodgings and then to the speaking venues. I do the local residents and myself a huge service by not driving in most foreign countries, especially when the signs are not printed in English and or the driving lanes are opposite from what my brain is accustomed to. I need someone to make sure I have plenty of potable water to drink and that I get something to eat when it's an all-day conference. An audiovisual team who ensures my PowerPoints load correctly, the remote is working, that spotlights are not blinding me, and that the microphones and public address systems are running smoothly. Usually they are stellar. Once, when I was speaking on a rather controversial topic, by invitation, mind you, my microphone suddenly died. The room was way too large to speak without a PA system. So I waved my hand toward the media booth and pointed at my microphone. Nothing. Nada. Zip. Finally, summoning my loudest voice, I said, "Does my microphone need new batteries?" A disembodied voice came over the PA system. "No, I shut off the power because I didn't like what you just said." That was a first. I laughed so hard I could barely talk for a few seconds. By then, my microphone had miraculously risen from the dead. The same young woman asked, "Do you really need all that help?" I pointed out as kindly as possible that no one brain knows everything or can do everything competently. No one is really successful alone. It takes a proverbial village. Multiple studies have shown the importance of support systems. Her response was, quote, "I don't need a support system. They're for sissies. I can do it alone. Watch me," end quote. Well, time will tell. Sometimes I'm asked what I look for in a support system. Here are my criteria. 1, the individuals are living a longevity lifestyle and we have similar aims in life, including helping each other be successful. 2, the relationship is reciprocal. We all know how to give and how to receive in balance. It's never a one-way street, all giving or all taking. 3, the individuals are safe, trustworthy, and honest. While we do differ and don't always agree, we purpose never to do anything intentionally hurtful or demeaning. Rather, we look for ways to affirm each other. It's mutually understood. I've got your back and you've got mine. Although we may not see each other in person for days or sometimes weeks, we stay in touch electronically and make time to connect when we're back home. And when that happens, it's like no time has passed. 4, a dynamite sense of humor is a must. I love doubling over with mirthful laughter. While I am very serious about what I do, I don't take the everyday little vagaries of life too seriously. And last, but by no means least, the higher your EQ and that of those in your support system, the better. Raising your EQ doesn't just happen on its own, and it is not genetic. It is a process of learning by trial, error, success, and self-reflection. I look for people who rarely exhibit jot behaviors, jumping to conclusions, overreacting, or taking things personally. I choose brains that tend to implement AAA behaviors as a type of insurance against jot. AAA stands for asking questions to clarify, which helps prevent jumping to conclusions that may be way out in left field. Acting calmly while assessing the situation to avoid triggering a reactive emotional tsunami that typically requires massive cleanup, if that's even possible. Think broken dishes to broken hearts. And altering perceptions of the event to avoid taking things personally, recognizing it may have nothing to do with you at all. Where do you find people like that? Someone in the audience exclaimed. I don't know any. Okay, that's a little sad. What are you looking for and where are you looking? I asked. They're out there. If you want someone who is not dependent on alcohol, stay out of bars. If you want someone who is consistent and not blown off course by every breeze, avoid rolling stones. If you want someone who can manage finances appropriately, gambling parlors would be the last place to look. If you want someone who you can trust, pay attention how they treat you. If they say, I'll call you to discuss such and such, or I'll talk to you before I leave today, but they never do, that's a huge red flag. Gaining relational wisdom takes time. It does not happen by chance. Your close friends, even family members, can enhance or sabotage your success. According to Jim Rohn, you become the average of the 4 or 5 people with whom you spend the most time. Studies estimate that within 3 years, you are at risk for picking up their habits. This has been found to be especially true for habits in several areas. Habits related to happiness, smoking, health, and obesity. That's lifestyle. Bottom line, choose the members of your support systems with great care, as well as the support systems of others with which you engage. Be wise about both. It's been just amazing talking to you. What a lovely surprise. Thank you for calling. I tell you, friends like you are absolutely invaluable. Talk to you later. That was a lifetime good friend of mine. Been so supportive to me in so many ways. They're like pure gold. Researchers surveyed a cross-section of the population, asking how many individuals each respondent felt comfortable contacting for information, or for emotional support, or feedback, or help in a crisis. Those would generally represent the person's support system. Female respondents reported an average of 9 individuals. Male respondents either said none or 1, and that 1 usually was his significant other. Here's a problem. If their significant other is their only support person and that individual disappears, the male is left with, you got it, 0 support. This tends to align with research that shows divorce is often more emotionally traumatic for males, even when they try to blow it off or act like they're just fine. It also helps to explain the reason that males may jump quickly into another relationship, which may end up as another overreaction that fizzles out. A support system is about relationships, which do take work and commitment. So avoid biting off more than you can chew. The brain works best when life is in balance. No support system is a problem. On the other hand, you don't need an army. No doubt you've heard the saying, water seeks its own level. Well, so do brains and behaviors. Identify the type of individual you want to have as part of your support system, one who you enjoy spending time with. Then become that type of person yourself. As that happens, you will be attracted by and become attractive to those who are on a similar life journey. These then become the individuals you want for your support system, the ones I want in mine. To recap, studies have pointed out that one of the most important factors in achieving optimum physical, mental, and emotional health is having a functional and positive support system. Most people think they have more time on planet Earth than they really do. The value of relationships with those you love and who love you, your support system, is inestimable. Take a look at your support systems, because what you need can change over time. In the words of John Donne, what doesn't change is that no one is an island. Each is part of the continent. Genuine love is really the only thing that is everything. Support systems matter.